Alright guys, so I recently did a Back 4 Blood review, and let's just say, while it did good, it didn't do good, if you know what I mean. Got a lot of hate, people were hating like usual. Alright, so what we're gonna do today is talk about that video, play a bit more of the game, talk more about the game, and just see where things are now. So to everyone who's hating on the last video, and we'll go through the comments here in a minute, saying, oh, you didn't play the game, this review sucks, 0.5 out of 10, I just want to apologize.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
Alright, so, the game sucks. Alright. Went back and played it. I was like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I didn't give the game enough of a chance. I played further. It sucks, right? And I looked at the comments. A lot of them are hating. There's people like this making jokes. That's fine. These are leave me jokes. Don't got a problem. People being positive, saying leave the man alone. Appreciate those people. But then there's people that are just some of the stupidest people I've ever heard. Alright, and not that I'm calling you stupid, because you watch my videos, so keep watching my videos, but you're stupid. So, like this one. What the hell does this mean? At least it's not a pay-to-win like Call of Duty or any EA game that has some random card progression, then none at all like the original Left 4 Dead, and then he goes on and on about the original Left 4 Dead. But, sure, yes, it's not pay-to-win, but it doesn't mean it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Don't say this tastes like shit, but doesn't taste like actual shit. It still tastes bad. What are you going on about? And then this one. This one's my favorite. The generic one. Oh boy. Do you even know what generic means? It means it's the same game as other zombie shooters, but then you shit on it when it does something different. I'm trying to speak proper English, which this comment is not in. And then say you don't pay attention to the decks and just want to play music and kill zombies. Let me give you an example. The part of these 4 games that you're seeing right now is generic, right? It's the other parts of the game that combine with that generic ass system in order to make it interesting, right? Every game that has zombies in it, you shoot zombies. Whether it's Call of Duty, World War Z, Back 4 Blood, Dying Light, you're shooting zombies. That's not the part of the game that makes it interesting. Dying Light is good because it's parkour and it's skill tree and progression and loot system. Call of Duty is good because it has Easter eggs and it just has that classic zombies feel. World War Z is good because it has those hordes and progression within each characters and these large skill trees. And Back 4 Blood just has fucking cards. Oh god. Alright, so now that I've finished my rant on people don't understand what generic means, and there's a bunch of comments like that, but if we went through all 35 of them, however many, it's probably more than that, we'd be here all day. Alright, let me talk about the more Back 4 Blood that I played, what this video is actually supposed to be about. So, Back 4 Blood, everything that I said, other than the fact that, and if you haven't seen my review, go watch my review, and if you haven't seen my beta video, go watch my beta video, because I say that in the review, and people are like, you didn't talk about a bunch of stuff, because I say, the first thing I say is to go watch my beta video, and I link it in the card, because I'm not going to repeat everything I already said, because there's no point, but apparently, nobody listens. So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through it all again, talk about why the game sucks, why I think it sucks. If you like the game, fine, I don't care. I'm not coming at your life. Alright? You can like the game all you want. I like the Avengers game. Alright? So I'm not one to talk. But I'm going to talk about what I think is bad and why it sucks. Alright? The gameplay is fine. Right? It's a zombie shooter. You run around and you shoot zombies. It does nothing special. There's nothing for it. If anything, it's fine. Like I said, the guns feel okay. It's, like I said, if we compare it to those 4 games I just listed, it's probably the worst one, just combat-wise on the list. The gore isn't as good as Dying Light. The guns don't feel as good as a Call of Duty, World War Z. There's no progression like that, so there's no meaningness to the guns, right? And a lot of comments, speaking of that, talk about, oh, well, there's no point in having gun customization, gun progression, so you can try out each gun. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Why would you have guns and attachments and customization to the guns? I can't choose that gun. I know you're gonna say, oh, once you get a gun, you can keep it for the whole act and customize it with attachments. Partially. You have to find the gun. You find the attachments you kind of want. It's a mess. Make me have characters, and God, just the more I talk, the more problems I find. The characters' abilities suck. Give them something cool. Have them be like Rainbow Operators or Overwatch characters, right? And that's not fucking unique either. That's generic as shit. Also said that a million times. But at least that would be more interesting. If you had characters that could do unique things, like the military guy, the guy that I play as, maybe instead of just get rid of the stun gun as a thing, and just he can quick escape grabs with his close quarters combat, and freaking the doctor lady can auto heal herself once and stuff, just to give people abilities, right? And not like 5% plus stamina, start with a Glock, not that type of shit. That's stupid. Alright, back to the gun thing. If you could say, I want to start with the M4, and the more I use the M4, I unlock attachments, and I get more proficient with it, and I do more damage, and I can reload quicker, and quick draws up quicker ADS, that would make it worth playing and worth using. You could replay the game at a replay value, because you could use different weapons and customize different weapons. You could do a shotgun run, or a sniper rifle run, make like the ultimate quick scoping loadout. You can't do that. It's just, here are the guns presented to you, here are 2 attachments. If you want a different gun, pick it up off the floor, which makes absolutely no sense. Right? The first gun you get, now if you're not playing on a higher difficulty, this doesn't really matter, but the first gun you get, strategically, is the best one to use. Because you're going to upgrade it at some point within the run, within the act, and your upgrades don't carry over. So you can have, 2 attachments per level, and so by the 3rd or 4th level, you have every attachment there. You've fully customized the gun now. But if you change guns, let's say you start with a SCAR and then you find an M16, now you're behind 2 attachments. And like I said, on the easier difficulties, it doesn't matter at all. But on the higher ones, which everyone is claiming is the only way to play this game, that is, it just ruins it, right? This game needs some kind of customization other than skins and cards. Now let's get to these cards everyone's talking about. So, a lot of people in the comments talking about this guy probably has no friends to play this game with. And one, while that is partially true, that makes it no better. I tried playing it online with bots at first. I guess it's technically not online, but I tried playing with bots first. That's how I originally played it. But then I learned you do not get the supply line points to get like the card crates or whatever the fuck they're called. So it doesn't matter, right? You can't do that. You have to play with other players. So I play with randoms. That's obnoxious, as playing with randoms and anything is. Just racial slurs and stuff that I can't record. It doesn't bother me all that much, right? Like, I'll just mute you. But I can't record with that. I can't communicate trying to make the game better with that. It's just people being obnoxious, right? And so I forced 2 of my friends to play this game, right? And I mean literally forced, not asked. I had to ask them multiple times, convince them. The game was free. Neither of them paid for it. It was on Game Pass. And the first time, we played 1 level, and they left. The second time, I think we might have made it to 2, and the third time, I think we made it through 3. And that's as far as any of them made it. Right? So, it's not just me. I literally had to force people to play this game, and I had felt bad forcing them to play it, so I didn't make them do it anymore. And so, the card system, right? Speaking more on the whole playing with friends thing. People I was playing with, I had to explain the card system multiple times, and it's not that they weren't understanding the card system, right? Like, it was too complicated, because it's not fucking complicated. It's just increased reload speed or health or magazine change speed, stuff like that. What they didn't understand is why, right? For example, the corruption cards. Now, I know what you're gonna say, like it makes it more fun and difficult, but if you're trying to beat the level, why the fuck would you ever put a corruption card on? It just makes the level more difficult. Now, on a lot of levels, especially later on, you have to. They don't give you a choice. And I see where it could be fun, right? Like the idea of it. If you have 4 players, you could have one player who maxes out their deck with increased damage and reload speed, and one player who maxes out reduced damage, one person maxes out health, one person maxes out stamina. So you have this like perfect build, right? But not everyone has 1, 4 people to play with, or 2, desires to play on the hardest difficulty, right? And that was a lot of the comments, right? So you're not playing on high enough difficulty. I should be able to play the game on every difficulty and enjoy it in some way, right? Whether it's really hard and I'm enjoying, trying to just get through the levels and survive, which is what most people are talking about, and I understand that, or just enjoying the gameplay on easy. That you can't do that here, right? And the skins, like, whatever, and it gets to the point with the stupid cards where I tried to use them, right? I made a deck, I decided, I learned all of my cards, but then you unlock new cards, right? You have to, like, go through and reorganize your deck, and I just found, well, there's this many acts, you equip this many cards through this many levels you play through in each act, and then the cards reset. Or if you die, they reset also, right? So let me just find that number of cards, like 5 or something, that I like, and those are the only cards that matter. The rest of them, who gives a fuck what the rest of them are? It's just those cards that you can equip that matter, and don't be like, oh, well, no, you're not equipping different cards for different scenarios. You're using the same damn cards every time, unless you're playing with different people and you're trying to make like this perfect set thing with a stamina person and a health person, all that stuff. You are equipping the same cards every single time, right? And if you just want to play the game and just shoot zombies, that's fine. Right? If you just want to casually just play, if you like to play Call of Duty Zombies and just do your thing and just run around and survive as long as you can, that's fine. But that's not my thing, right? And that was my problem with the review, is it was the people in the comments saying that I freaking was hating on the game because it was a casual game, right? If you like that type of stuff, that is fine. You can play this, you will probably like it. But for me and other people, and this is the important part, who like meaningful progression, this does not do it. Right? What the fuck does meaningful progression mean? Not cards. Right? The skill tree is a bare minimum of meaningful progression. Right? And so I compare in beta and review in this video, compare this game to World War Z, right? And the sad part is, if you go watch, I don't even know if I made a World War Z review, but anytime I talk about World War Z, I talk about how limited the progression is. World War Z does not have the top tier, most mind-blowing cyberpunk character customizer you've ever seen in your life. Right, the progression it's limited, right? It's a skill tree with like 4 branches on it, and that's it. But when compared to this, it's a lot, and so that's why I compare the two. I don't need a card system. The card system means nothing to me, right? And might as well just not be there. So, another video, another day. Today's Wednesday, by the time you see this. I'm done with Back 4 Blood. I made my videos, made my peace with it. This video gets 1,000 dislikes, that's fine. It is what it is. Next video, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but we're reviewing Guardians of the Galaxy at some point, like next week. So, well, depending on how long it is, it might be the week after that. But we're gonna review Guardians of the Galaxy. That'll be the next big thing that comes out. Until then, probably gonna make like a For Honor video, like Saturday or something, who knows. But I'll see you guys on whatever that video is. Let me know what you think of this game. down in the comments below now that the hype's over, in quotations, and I'll see you guys on the next one.